Welcome to Mindful Movement for Rotation. We're going to pull in some multi-planar movements today. So essentially, you've got different planes. We've got your side to side, we've got your forward and backward, and we've got your rotation. We need to have control in one plane before we pull multiple planes when you're hypermobile, for the sake of not injuring yourself. And we've been working on it. So we're gonna add. If you are not comfortable with things like your squat, things like your hinge, your deadlift, then I would suggest going back to the earlier videos and working your way up. So we're essentially, it's gonna be full body for multiple planes. My dysautonomia has been bad today, so wish me luck. Grab your water. You need something to slide your leg. So I'm just gonna use socks. Use that with caution because you could slide away and hurt yourself. What I would recommend is using like a furniture slider, or even like putting your foot on like a paper plate that can slide. Grab your supplies and let's get started. So what I would recommend is taking your sock, if you're using socks, stand with a shoe or something stable so that you don't hurt yourself. You could also keep both shoes on, put like a furniture slider or if you're on carpet, maybe a paper plate. If you're on hardwood, then maybe a sock. So the standing leg, we're gonna do all of the work. So I'm going to slide this leg out. I'm going to bend this knee down into a lunge and come back up. Let me show you from the side. We're going to go to the side and back. Yes, my knees are going forward, but my hips are also going back. All the weight is staying on that standing leg. This is where people go wrong. If you were to put the weight into the sliding leg, we would just slide away. And we're not trying to do that. So basically we're doing a series of mini squats. Okay, let's do 5. So we're doing 5 to the side, really sitting back into it, and 5, okay? We're gonna do 5 backwards. So just like our reverse lunge, you're gonna slide your toe back, you're gonna bring your knees down towards the ground, and back up for 5. You're still working this front leg the most. Left one's just kind of going for a little ride. And 5. One more. Same motion with your leg, but you're going to take your heel. You're going to slide forward as you sit back. I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to do 5. Come over here. Sit back. This one especially, if you put the weight in the wrong leg, you're going to have trouble getting back up. 4 and 5. Take a break. And then I'm going to make sure my other foot is stable. I'll just do it without socks. I wish I remembered what I was going to say. I'll just get started and then I'll tell you if I remember. So let's go to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I remember what I was going to say. Take a look at your knees. If you are on one foot, especially as we're doing some of these, if your knee goes down, and if you were to look down on your knees or at your feet, and if your knee is inside of where your foot is, press it out a little bit. Everyone's anatomy is different. But we want to make sure your hips are active so that you don't have as much knee pain with this. Let's go back. So back down. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a break. actually do slide better with the sock. We got one more set of 5 for each. So I'm gonna put my sock on my sliding foot. All right, and then we're just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna, to split it up, I'm gonna do forward, side, back 5 times. So weights on my left foot, forward, side, back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little break. Let's switch my sock. Whew. I'm sorry that I have a microphone on. You have to hear all of my breathing. Okay, weights on my right foot. We're going forward, side, back. Really bend that knee of the standing leg. Forward, side, back, forward, side, back. Breathe. You got one more of each. And back. You can grab some water. Whew. My heart rate's up. Okay. We got a leg killer. So if you have any knee issues, I would just skip this one until you built up. If you're okay with lunges, then maybe just do some just shallow lunges. So we're gonna do a curtsy lunge. We got headlights right here, shining forward. Keep them there. Don't turn your headlights. Keep them there. Stand on one foot. You're going to reach this foot back. You're going to bend the standing leg and diagonal. You're going to tap behind you. Do not rotate. Keep those hips forward. Come back up. When you're coming up, we are pushing through your foot. I don't want any of this squeezing, arching, lifting this leg. What you're doing, that standing leg, heel, midfoot, toe, goes back. You're going to push. And by pushing and kind of following through, this leg's gonna come up, but I don't feel like I'm lifting with my hip flexors. Okay, I'm so out of breath. We're gonna start with 5, okay? So we're going curtsy, push, curtsy, push, curtsy, good for those little foot intrinsics. Okay, switch sides. We got curtsy, we're coming up, we're not extending that knee way back. In general, if your knee comes up, opposite arm kind of helps as far as the balance. Ooh. This is dysautonomia. And this is why I don't usually teach workout classes, because I can focus on what I need, but I can't talk. But also, you don't get it. That's why you're here. So that's why I'm showing up as my potsy self. Just trying to regulate. I'm gonna come down. different strategies to keep your blood flowing, kind of what I was just doing, that side to side stepping, moving, squeezing your legs, getting your legs up, squatting down, getting your head down. All of that is helpful with regulating blood flow. Lots of water. You could wear compression as well during your workouts. And of course, electrolytes. Okay. We're gonna do it again. Maybe. Okay. You got 5. So, curtsy, push. 2, 3, 4, 5, switch. Ooh, wobbly toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you have it in you, feel free to do one more set. I'm gonna stick with the 2 for right now. All right. We're gonna do a wide stance. I would actually recommend grabbing a chair for this. So in a wide stance, we want your feet pushed into the ground equally. One side of your hip is going to want to come up. Focus on the feet, okay? We're going to cross your arms, you're going to rotate. Now, when you rotate, you may find that your knees move the other way. Try to keep your knees where they're at. Ideally not being on a rolly surface like I am. Cross your arms. Just like that thoracic rotation, we're going to twist, breathe. Come back. 5. And the other side. One side's probably going to be more limited, and that's okay. Just kind of observe to see which side is more limited for you. Hi, Augie. He is chilling in his hammock today. Okay, now that we've done that, okay, we're going to twist. Our shoulders are fused with our back. We're going to bring the elbow down. Twist a little more. Push your knees apart and breathe. Back breaths. Focus on that mid back. Push your feet in the ground. Push your knees apart slightly. Only go as low as you can comfortably go. One more breath. Come back up. Woo. So that elbow is going directly down, not towards one knee or the other, down towards the floor, but really it's that mid back that's rotating. I hate that one. Okay, let's do it again. I'll be real on what I hate, but I'm still doing it, so you can do it too. Little rotate to the left, elbow down, knees actively, feet pushing in the ground, knees actively apart. Turn and reach straight down. 5 breaths in. So you are gonna have to be aware that you're not just pulling your shoulder blade out. Pull your shoulder blade back a little bit. I'm gonna show you the side. If you reach down here, you're just gonna overstretch your rhomboid pull your shoulder back, and then rotate with your back. Keep the shoulder back. 1, 2, and 5. Oh, that one, my shoulder blade definitely wanted to rotate. Okay, what do you kind of have a feeling for what we're going for? Arms up. Oh, actually, arms to the side. We're going to rotate. Again, that's all in the mid-back. Please don't overstretch your arms. Push your feet to the ground. Rotate. Windmill. Hand comes down right in between your toes. Come back up. Rotate. Windmill. Keep breathing. If you have any rib issues, this can be helpful. But it also could be a big trigger, so listen to your body. And only move as far as your body wants to. Take a break. Callie, come on. You can do it. Come on. She's trapped behind workout equipment. Come on. You can do it. You can jump. You can jump. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. You can do it. Come on, baby. Good girl. She did it. Good job. Good job. We've got one more set of 5 on each side. Okay, here we go. Feet to the ground, arms apart, rotate, windmill, back up, rotate, windmill, rotating the rib cage. Not the arms. Arms are just following. And breathe. It's so easy to hold your breath in that. We did it. Next one, you have the option to do seated or standing. You need a lightweight, 5 to 8 pounds, whatever weight you're comfortable with overhead. You don't want this, Callie. Okay. We are going to be on 1 foot. We're going to combine the curtsy lunge with our RDL. So we're bringing the weight to the opposite knee. Again, not with your arm, pull your shoulder back, lean with your hip. We're going to push forward and up. Kind of similar to what we did the other day. My foot's popping a lot. All right, and switch. 5-ish on each side. You could do more if you're feeling fancy, but are you feeling fancy, Callie? This is too much. Just practice standing on 1 foot. Callie, as long as you're doing something to work on it, that's what matters. Take a break. This is my little active rest. We're going to do a little single arm here. So this is one of mine, what I would call like an Advil exercise. When I'm having this upper back pain, when I do this one on the right side, I get relief. everyone's exercises are going to be different. Some people may get really triggered by this exercise in their shoulders or neck. So find what exercises for you. Maybe you do a certain exercise and you're like, wow, I get some temporary relief from it. Then those exercises, if they're not super fatiguing, you can do them more often, every hour, every 4 to 6 hours if we're comparing it to abdo. This is another one of mine. Yeah, so I encourage you to kind of learn where your limitations are and then switch. And yes, I do exercises quickly, because otherwise I might pass out. So that's just, ideally the slower the better for strength. Right now I'm just trying to get my blood flowing. We're still getting some strength by doing this. Okay. We got one more set of 5. So pick a foot, hinge, press. Woo! And we're falling over. And that's normal too. Please don't totally wipe out. You might need to find a focus point. You can also go back to the normal RDO. You can go back to the single leg RDO. These are more advanced. And switch. Take a break. Last one we're going to do is the windmill again. I want to show you a standing version. If you're more comfortable seated, that's fine. We're here, rotate, down, back up. I don't know if you hear all the popping. With it, when you turn here and you go down, one knee may want to come in. Try to keep those knees pressed actively out. Again, the shoulders stay fused with the body. Just wait till we add weight with this. Don't do it yet. One day. All right, that's all my body can handle today. Thank you for joining. Continue to work on these movements. Again, if anything today was too hard, go back and work up. As long as you show up and do something, it's okay if you can't do every single exercise. Work with what works for your body for that day. I'll see you tomorrow.